What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about 11 different stocks today. We're going to talk about Tesla, Nike, Disney, AMC, GME, WNDR, Nikkei, PLNH, MSTX, MSTR, and IBIT. At the request of Cow, Mischiefism, The Determined, Mr. Hat, Unlawful Law, and Jimmy Burbank. We're talking about these for you guys. Hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it, man. Tesla killing it this week, up 22%. Elon Musk is giving away $1 million a day until election day, and Tesla doesn't care, right? The shareholders don't care, man. They're like, let me buy some more. Let me fund this $1 million project you're doing, or I guess it'd be a tens of millions of dollar project. Anyways, high to low. That's what you can do when you're a billionaire, though, right? You can just do that. Everybody's, and I don't care what your political views are, whether you like Trump, whether you like Kamala, whatever. Sign the damn petition and get $1 million, dude. Like what? Like I don't know. Like is it? Like it's not like if you're signing the petition, you're voting for Trump, you're casting your vote for Trump. You just sign the petition. All it is a petition to protect the First and the Second Amendment. If that's something you really can't get behind, and you can't even get bribed for $1 million for it, then I commend you for sticking to your own code. But I am in full support of the First and Second Amendment. I had myself, my wife, I tried to get my other family members to sign up for it. I don't know if they did, but you guys signed that. If you don't know what I'm talking about, let me just show you real quick, okay? Let me go right here. Hold on now. America. I think it's this one, right? Yeah, America Pack. Go here. And then go right here. Click on that. Boom. And then sign it. It'll take you 2 minutes. This screen is blinding. I'm burning my retinas and your retinas to tell you, just sign the petition. It's like a 1 in a million chance because I think over 1 million people have signed it, but you never know, man. You could win. You're rolling your dice in the stock world, in the crypto world. Why not roll the dice? It doesn't cost you anything. Just sign the petition. I don't know. If you don't want to sign it, if you really don't want to sign it, whatever. But it really doesn't take long. I just showed you what to do. Look, she made $1 million. This is the first person I've seen that made $1 million. Got a check. She signed it. She got it by herself. Everybody else, look at this. Ready? Here we go. Watch. Let me just show you. I don't know. There's all this Trump stuff. I'll watch that later, I guess. Where is all the rest of it? They normally show everybody else. There we go. Look, family. Right? Multiple people. It's not $1 million for one person. No, that one lady got it the best. Oh, there's another guy. Okay, I guess there are other single people, but I've been seeing a lot of families. Okay, that's all I'm saying. Anyways, let's get moving. Let's get moving on here. Let's start talking about this. Okay, so Tesla moving up. I do believe that in a very short amount of time, you guys, very short indeed, Tesla's going to be at 353. It's at 269 now. It's about to melt faces, and then. You guys, it's going back up to $607. Okay, back up. Sorry, I mean new all-time highs. Like it's going to go to new all-time highs. That's what this means right now. It's on its way. Is it going to be a straight line up there? No. Was it a straight line up this time? Right? Like if you're looking at it, this seems like a very straight line up. But along the way, you had from late August until late November. That you moved sideways, right? It wasn't a straight move up the whole time. In that time, from a high to a low, you moved down 34%. It will be volatile. It won't be a straight line the whole time. But yes, I genuinely believe that what happened this past week means you're going up to you're at 269 right now. Mark my words, Tesla sometime in 2025 will be up at $607, probably in the second half of 2025. That'd be my guess. 607. If not higher. That's the minimum target. 987 is the maximum. I don't think Tesla will break $1,000 this time. They've done it each time. Each split that you see here, Tesla was worth more than $1,000. Elon Musk is smart. He understands how this works, man. You split your stock, you make it more affordable for the everyday folk to buy it, they're going to buy your stock. If it's worth thousands and thousands of dollars, when the average American doesn't even have $1,000 in their bank account, I think it's like 60% of Americans can't even afford $1,000 at the moment. Of course, it's going to be harder for people to buy, right? Everybody might not own a Tesla, but they can own some Tesla stock. You keep doing these splits. I'm just saying this time I don't think it's going to hit 1,000. I think, but 607 to about 1,000. sometime next year. Yeah, it's on its way, guys. So open up those long-term calls, man. I think it's a good time to do it. But what do I know? I could be wrong, but I don't think I will be. I think that's exactly what this means. It looks really good. In the more immediate terms, I think what you have to look forward to are probably prices around, you're at 269, something around 300 to 320, maybe even as high as like 360 in the immediate term. When I say immediate term, like by the end of this year. That's Tesla. Let's talk about NKE. Oops, sorry. Nike. We're talking about Nike and Nikkei in this one, or Nike. I forget how to pronounce it. Mr. Hat, you told me how to pronounce it one time, and I can't remember now. 78.85 Nike. Been around for a long time. We're on the 6-month chart here. Oh my goodness, man. It's a pretty dramatic sell-off that you're having here. For this thing's history, I don't think you've ever seen a more sustained sell-off really throughout this thing, except for the very beginning times, right? Like, look at that. This is the weakest you've been on your 6-month RSI. It's crazy. Crazy, crazy. No respect there. Tipped it. 3786. Yeah, I don't know what I'm looking for there, man. Let's go down to the monthly again. We'll look at this. Low to high. Oh yeah, Nike's moving down. I mean, obviously it's down 10%, 10.8% this month already. You're at 78.85 Nike. You're going down to $68 to $62. I don't know if you fired the child labor in China or what, but something is wrong with your cost effectiveness and you're going down, man. maybe even lower. I feel very comfortable in at least saying $68, potentially $62, and I really wouldn't be surprised if you went lower than that. But I also wouldn't be surprised if you held that zone for support and then continued to move up. But that's Nike, NKE. Let's talk about Disney, DIS. Walt Disney Company. $95. Very bad looking monthly RSI too. Ooh. Huh. It's kind of crazy. Maybe it's not crazy. You know what they say about companies like this, right? You go broke, you go, I don't know, $95 right now. I don't like the monthly. I'm not just saying that, right? Like genuinely, I don't. Okay. I'm less concerned about it now. Disney apparently likes to go on these very long phases of accumulation, consolidation, whatever you want to call it. Best guess to make is that if you move down, let's say you were to move below these lows, okay? Let's just say you were. And technically, by the way the chart looks right now, actually, I don't know if I would say you'd go down there, but if you were, you're at $95 right now, your current low is at 78, 73, maybe $69 to $59 would be as low as you go. But I actually don't think you go that low. I think you do hold this low, if not at least these lows. I do. I think you work your way up, but I don't think you see new all-time highs, guys, for, I mean, like, how long did we consolidate both of these times, right? From the high point there, it was January 2000. You didn't break above this high until over here, January 2011. 11 years. Damn. January 1973. There we go. Till January 1986. 13 years. 11 years and 13 years. It's a very long time. Kind of close together, if 2 years is close. January 2021. I have a funny feeling that any kind of upside you give right now will not promote new all-time highs, but instead a momentary top of which you will fizzle and continue to work your way up, and then eventually you'll pop up, right? But that'll probably be a decade from now, if not at least like 8 years, okay? Or something around that, right? But definitely not anytime soon. So nonetheless, I do think Disney's moving up, okay? I will say that. I actually do. I think you're going to move up over the months, over the year of 2025 even, maybe up to 141 to 151. That's my thoughts on Disney. Okay. AMC. A little bit less exciting on Disney, isn't it? AMC. Oh, in the gutter, bro. Nothing but down your whole life. You had a little bit of action there when we had the short squeeze fiasco going on with the GameStop AMC fiasco. Still lower lows. Didn't provide much, right? Big move there, and then nothing. I told so many people. I really tried, and people on this channel and people that I know in real life who were like, "Oh, AMC and GME, they're back at it again." I'm like, "No, they're not, guys. This is a suckers rally. They're gonna remind you of the glory days. It's gonna be a taste. It's nothing compared to that, and then it's gonna sell off." It literally did just that, man. You tipped previous areas of support, found resistance. Now you've moved down. But I do believe you do move up more. I do believe that. After all, you do have higher lows under monthly RSI. You could go a little bit lower. It is possible. But I do think that inevitably you will move up above this high. I think you're at 432. I think you're at least good to 17 bucks. When will that happen? Again, I think anybody waiting on this to happen for AMC, they're going to be sourly mistaken. You might get another one of these. Hopefully, this is what I could say about AMC. It's going to be the easiest thing to sell because the next time you see this happen, the next time you wake up and it's like up 100% in a day, get the hell out of it. Easy. So easy to do, right? If you just buy here and you just wait, the next time that it's up, let's see, what did it do like really in a day's time? In 2 days' time. I guess technically 3 days time. Went up 309%. Yeah, the next time you see something anywhere near that, 100 to 400, 500%, whatever it does in that amount of time, next time you see that, just get the hell out. Feel nothing bad about it, right? You could have sold at the top of this daily close, missed that whole next day where it went all the way up here, and you could have bought all the way back here, and you still would have bought lower than then. So like, even if you mess it up, you're not going to mess it up. You know what I mean? It's a very easy thing to sell. All that to say, you're at 432, 1675. Is the minimum target area that I'd expect you go to. I don't think you get above $56. That'd be the highest I'd give it. But truthfully, I think $16.75 to $30.61 is where you're going to go. Over the months, not anytime soon. Probably sometime next year, if not even the year after. AMC. Chilling, being boring. Probably starts moving up in the relatively immediate terms. I bet by the end of the year, AMC's back above $5, maybe even above $5.50. AMC, GME, here we go. Yeah, same thing, right? Oh, man. Dude, last cycle with GME, every single high. I got a buddy. Channing, if you're watching this, and I doubt you are, but dude, I told him to sell each of those times. And each time it was down here and down here and down here. He's like, why didn't I sell? I'm like, dude, why didn't you just listen to me each time? It was so obvious. Just like this is obvious, right? GME, I don't think it moves down. I think you hold this area of support. I actually do think GME has a chance to keep moving up more so than AMC. Yeah, golden ratio zone holding very well. If you do move down, if I am wrong, I bet you hold that $15 area. You're at 20.57. So if you move down, it's a little bit of a loss, but it won't be for long. And I do inevitably believe you will move up above this high here. From a high to a low. Looking for a move, in time. Something that's at like 46 to 55 bucks and inevitably 90 bucks. Maybe even you could go above this high, but I'm not convinced that you will see prices above that high. Inevitably, what I think is going to happen is, again, kind of like AMC, you might get one more move. Maybe it goes up here, maybe it stops right here, somewhere in between, and then you just kind of fizzle down. And one random pump again, just like as time goes on, you'll probably always have this kind of energy reminiscent of this chart until like decades from now or like a decade from now. But yeah, over the years, over this next year, I would expect again that you move up a little bit, and you probably do have another pump like this, but like one pump. Same thing with AMC, right? It's going to be obvious to sell. If you're expecting something like this, I want you all, whoever you are invested in GME, I want you all to understand that's not happening ever again. Not ever again for any stock. It will happen again, and it has happened since for various stocks and cryptos. But this for GME will likely never happen again. If you're waiting on this to happen, you're going to keep waiting. You could expect something like this to happen again. And when that happens again, it should be obvious to sell. But I got really nothing else to say about this. I feel like I've said what I needed to, so let's move on. WNDR. Wonderfi Technologies. Mr. Wonderful. Hilarious, hilarious. High to low. I don't like it. Wonderfi, okay, here's what I will say. You might have the opportunity to set up a triple bottom here. Kind of a rare pattern. It's more common to be false and actually break through than it is to hold this support and hold true. But it could. You do have the chance. So as long as you're above these lows, or at least not too dramatically below them, you could even go a little bit below them and be fine. But as long as you don't break away from them too much, you do have the chance to move back up to 39 cents and even all the way up to like $1. And then once we get there, we could talk about higher prices. You know, you'd probably go like up, resistance, up, resistance, up. Like it wouldn't just be a straight line. But until then, my genuine opinion, my genuine bias, with the RSI looking as bad as it does. Let's see here. And the fibs looking bad too, bro. Yeah, I have no problem right now saying I think you're going to go down to 8 cents to 5.5 cents. You're at 13 cents now. That's my opinion. Could I be wrong? Sure. You got a hidden bearish divergence on your weekly time frame, though. What about the bullish divergence? Well, you did have bullish divergence, but it already played out. That's what last week was for, that 22% move. That was that. And you stopped at a previous area of resistance, previous area of support, golden ratio zone, looking very productive to the downside. 8 cents, 5.5 cents. That's where you're going. That's Wonder. Let's talk. Oh, and you want to know about all-time highs? We got to find all-time lows first, man. The determined, that's not what you wanted to hear, but unless I'm wrong, you know, will this thing see new all-time highs? I don't know. 84 million, I would assume it could. Oh, you weren't asking about new all-time highs. You're just asking where I see the highs being. 86 cents to $1. Like, don't even talk to me about it until then, right? Because I don't think if it were to move up, I don't think this is where it would stop forever. I think it would go past that. But until we're at least out of this zone, I don't think it's worth talking about new highs. Really, I think it's worth talking about new lows. Unfortunately, that's my genuine opinion. Nikkei or Nike. What? I don't remember that, giving it all back. Wow. Crazy. You guys remember how big of a deal that was for like 2 seconds? Everybody seemed to care about it. Now nobody cares about this thing anymore. Except for you, Mr. Hat. Oh, were you asking something else? I think you were. You asked me a specific thing with this, didn't you? Correlation to crypto. Correlation. What'd you say? You said at the time of request, it's at the log 0.5 from September 9th to October 15th. September 9th to October 15th. Okay. So that week there. Okay, I got you. Wait, did you say, I'm sorry, you said September 15th? October 15th. Okay, September 9th. Right. That's that to October 15th. That would be this week here, right? Okay. It was at the 0.5. Well, it moved up a little bit. Hey, didn't it? Weekly RSI sucks. Definitely sucks. Daily RSI makes me think it wants to go down. Getting oversold, not getting overbought. Living above the 50 is nice, but you didn't do anything with it. Volume didn't come in. Yeah, I think you're moving down. You're at 38,000 whatever right now. If you move up, maybe move up to about 39. But inevitably, yes, 37, 36, 35.6, and even down back to like 34,000 to 30 ultimately is where I see this thing going over the weeks, over the months. Correlation to crypto, though, let's see if we can do that. Indicators, correlation coefficient, and we'll just do total. Total, apply. On a monthly basis. very correlated at the moment, and of course it is because crypto's basically been doing this exact thing too. Of course they're correlated. I think you're going to see that correlation decrease as this thing moves down and crypto breaks out. So yeah, they go through phases of correlation, but it really seems that the phases of correlation are only right. It's most correlated when it's moving sideways. So that would tell me it's really only correlated whenever crypto's being boring and this thing's being boring. I don't think they are correlated. I don't think there's any kind of connection to it at all. Obviously, most of their time they've been more correlated than not, but I don't know, man. On a daily basis, it's just flip a coin. It's like seasonal, right? We're going to go to some less correlation, right? Crypto probably moves up over the coming days or weeks. This thing probably moves down over the coming days or weeks. And then maybe they both move up together, and that's where we get that positive build again. I don't know, but I wouldn't say they're correlated at all, personally. I don't see it. Maybe I'm missing something, though. Maybe you set me up for this, Mr. Hat, and you know something that I don't know. Maybe not. I don't know. Why do I think so little of you? I'm sorry. I don't mean it. All right, Nikkei. That's what I got. I hope that helps. I hope that makes sense. Hope I wasn't too silly, just silly enough. Planet 13 for Mr. Unlawful Law. I love talking about this stock, man, mainly because it's a cannabis stock. 60 cents. This looks a lot like a lot of cannabis stocks so far. I don't know why I can't talk. Well, you're near your all-time lows and near previous all-time lows, so I can say it's probably a really good time to get in for a long-term hold. Cannabis stocks and the cannabis industry has kind of been in a state of decline, so it's about time to rebound. Dude, the economy's about to pump. Things are about to be good. The cannabis industry was at its highs before COVID, when the world economy was booming, right? When we were at highs. I think we're about to go through another boom phase right now. So I do believe we're at a low point. I do believe this will see a nice retracement. You're at 60 cents in time, and I'm talking about months, maybe even years. This thing could be worth well above $2, even above $6, and I really do believe it could see new all-time highs. But there is a decent chance that you might not see new all-time highs. This could just be like that initial cannabis bubble craze, cannabis stocks bubble craze, right? So many people were asking about cannabis stocks back here, man, and oh man, it brings back some bad memories. Bad memories, not for me, but just for some people that are asking me about them, man, because they were putting their life savings into this stuff, and well, it didn't work out well for them. I didn't recommend it, man. I really didn't. I always advocate crypto, and to be fair, for this time, crypto went down too, but it's back. At least crypto's back. This stuff isn't yet, but in time, I think it will. It will come back whenever it wants to. It just might take a year or so. But yeah, I think you're on your up and up. In the more immediate terms, without me rambling too much longer, weekly looks good from a relative high to a relative low. You could expect to see 72 cents to 80 cents very soon. You're at 60 cents now. By the end of the year, you really could be at or around $1. You really could be. If not, sometime early next year. But that's my thoughts for PLNH. MSTX. Defiance Daily Target Long MicroStrategy ETF. I'm not going to do analysis on this one, actually. Looks like it's got some bearish divergence going along, so it might come down. But if it's the ETF, if MicroStrategy is moving up, this thing will move up. Right, so let's just do MSTR. I thought because there's MSTX, I thought it was a MicroStrategy like ETF or something, some kind of what's like a trust or whatever. High to low, nice MicroStrategy. You're at 240 now, hitting that. Oh yeah, okay. So I could see MicroStrategy pulling back from here. I could see it, yeah, that would make sense. Very strong looking daily RSI. I'm not gonna lie, very very strong. It depends on what you do. Okay, I'll say if MicroStrategy can hold 220. You're moving up to 265 very soon. You're moving up to 305 very soon. And that would make sense because crypto kind of looks really bullish right now. But you really could from this area. It's very common to go back to your 886 zone. The only reason why I don't think you're going to do that is because you kind of already did. So my thoughts are you're going to hold this trend. You're going to pull back to about 215, 220. I said 220. Let's say 215. As long as you hold 215, I think you're fine. 215, 220. You're at 234 now. Pull back a little bit and then move up. Your next target's 265. I really do think you're moving up to $300. If not by the end of this year, by the end of this move, sometime in the beginning of next year. So that's my thoughts there. But I could see it happening by the end of this year. Really, you could be up even higher than that. Somebody asked me too, they're like, what are your thoughts on MicroStrategy, on people saying MicroStrategy is overvalued for like what it is? And I was like, well, to be fair, as a company, what MicroStrategy like aims to be, I would say it is overvalued. But as a Bitcoin bank, as a Bitcoin investment vehicle, I think it's very undervalued. I think it's got a lot more to go, right? Like this thing, the people that are saying MicroStrategy is overvalued, they don't understand the concept of what it brings to the table when it comes to investing in Bitcoin. This is your first Bitcoin ETF right here, man. This is your first. It's not an exchange traded fund. It's a stock traded fund. Like I don't know, man. It's like basically, other than GBTC, other than the Grayscale Trust, it's like one of your early on ways to invest in crypto without investing in crypto. And I think this thing has a lot of potential. Michael Saylor, whether you like him or not, and especially recently, I think a lot of people in crypto kind of give him some backlash because he's definitely not a pro crypto guy. He's pro Bitcoin. He's pro making money. But he's not pro like what crypto stands for. I think that's become abundantly clear. I mean, it's been clear probably like since like the beginning of him talking about it, but man, he got a lot of backlash. I'm gonna stop talking about it, but yeah, Vitalik Buterin said it the best. What Michael Saylor said was literally batshit crazy about Bitcoin, like, and banks. It literally goes against every single thing that Satoshi stands for, that Satoshi created the white paper for, that any person that got into crypto in the OG days stood for. Like it's not what it used to be. And people like that who've gotten in these like more recent cycles, they don't know about that stuff, or they don't care about this stuff. It's just money. And we all want to make money. We all do, but like no, we don't want banks to handle our crypto. We don't want that. We want self-custody. We want banks to die. We want banks to go away. That's what we want. The world would be better if banks went away. Probably doesn't happen. They probably figure out a way to weasel themselves and integrate themselves in society still, even with crypto. And people like Michael Saylor will probably help facilitate that. But I'm getting off on a whole different tangent here. 234 right now. I think it does move up higher. Let's just end it there, man. But if it moves down 215, 220, that's probably where it goes. But I don't think it goes lower than that. Okay, that's that. Yeah. MSTR IBIT is the next one. And this one, we probably could just analyze Bitcoin and it would be better. IBIT, just so you know, I think is going to break out here pretty soon, because I think Bitcoin's going to break out pretty soon. Expect to see $46, $53 by the end of the year. I honestly think that you could see $59 to $70 by the end of the year. So let's call it 60 to 70 by the end of the year. Genuinely. That's my thoughts. I got nothing else to say. If you guys like the video, that one was short because I already know, I already have my analysis for Bitcoin, so it was easy. If you guys like the video, hit that like button. Subscribe if you want to see more content. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you on the next one. Take care of yourselves. Bye.